Okay, we're good this time. Okay, today is the 15th of March, 2024, and we're doing this video for another person that's going through the Astrocyte Protocol. This is John and his wife, and what we're talking about today is 3 weeks with Astrocyte Protocol.
2.
Oh, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay, thank you. With Astrocyte Protocol, it was something that we started a handful of months ago, and we've continued to see improvements. So I preface it with that, and then I hand it over. Will the two of you tell us a little bit your history, diagnosis, initial symptoms, and then tell us what the last couple of weeks have been like? I'm going to jump in there and just say, I already know things are better. Which is why this is such an exciting video. Okay, tell us. All right, so July 2022, you started to get symptoms.
Twitching on my arm.
Especially in your
Twitching
arms.
on his arms.
Okay.
And then February 23, I was diagnosed with ALS.
February 2023, diagnosis of ALS. Okay.
And then we saw some videos of BodyScience.
You saw some videos of...
From BodyScience.
Oh, from BodyScience, sure.
But decided to wait.
We decided to wait and go to the Lyme doctor.
And go to the Lyme doctor.
Okay.
And we were on
Antifungals,
antifungal
antibiotics, and herbs.
and we continued to go downhill.
You went downhill still.
Yeah. And then we heard about the Astrocyte Protocol.
The Astrocyte Protocol.
And then we're doing
If this works, we're doing it.
it. Well, we're
going.
We've been here for 2 weeks, and my voice has gotten a lot better.
You were having to spell some of your words because it was so hard to understand.
Yeah. And I was having my food basically prepared.
Your food was basically really pre-ready by the time you got here.
Yesterday I ate pizza.
He ate a slice of pizza.
Okay, this is not BodyScience approved diet for everybody that's watching.
It is not.
But it's a giant victory.
It was a giant victory. And you had some chunks of chicken as well. So, without choking. Huge, yes. You had an hour-long conversation with your son on the balcony with cars going by, and I could hear you in the apartment, and I recorded you, and even recording you, we could hear your voice over all of it.
I didn't have to repeat myself.
You didn't have to repeat yourself.
Even now, like, I can understand you.
Yeah.
I couldn't last week.
Yeah.
At all.
Mm-hmm. And you couldn't project your voice.
No.
And you weren't showing much emotion. I wouldn't call you depressed, but I would say you looked absent.
So astrocytes have some control over neurotransmitters. We were talking already. The Astrocyte Protocol, in a way, controls serotonin through its role in acetylcholine. And so I know you both mentioned earlier today your mood is different.
Oh, even since the first, even prior to the first block, you started showing more engagement. Even texting, before he would read a text and maybe not respond. But we see on the family chat, you're responding, you're joking with people, you're just engaging. And then after the block, you felt a lot of energy. You want to talk about that?
I mean, the more energy, more life.
More life.
Lots of laughter. Yeah, we had to actually try to get you serious so you could eat your food without choking because you kept laughing.
And then just to differentiate for anybody that's watching, some people have pseudo-bulbar affect. It's when there's an inappropriate reaction that you can't control. So people will be sad, but they'll laugh uncontrollably. They'll be happy, but they'll cry uncontrollably. For everybody that's watching, what we're talking about now is not inappropriate reaction. We are now talking about somebody that actually feels like being happy and laughing and is laughing.
Yes,
right?
It's
like,
very different.
Right, appropriately, just feeling good.
Yes.
Tell us about your hand.
My hand moves more easily.
Yeah, they twist over easily.
I'm more stable.
More stable.
And my voice is 100% better.
It's a lot better. Yeah.
And being here with like-minded people,
With like-minded people.
Very encouraging.
Very encouraging.
And a lot of information.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Everybody that's been here this week has shown improvement.
Yes.
And so we were in the room today, and it was just the three of you in the room today. And the two women that were there both also had significant improvements.
Yep.
One that's so much louder and clearer, and the other that I've been trying to get speech back for quite some time. And now all of a sudden she's starting to speak again. So to
and
your
her face had more expression as well.
So to your point about being encouraging, watching this many people, for me it feels the same. It feels amazing, right? Watching this many people, and for the handful of folks that already left, same thing. They were showing improvement as well. Just to see this many people with ALS all showing speaking, swallowing, breathing, voice improvements. And also I think everyone that was here this week had improvements in hand, fine motor coordination, being able to move hands, being able to grab things easier. And then the two guys that were here that left earlier, both showing improvement in their walking. So yeah, I agree. Look, this feels super encouraging for me as well. It's what I've been trying to get to for a while, was the voice component of things, and the breathing, the speaking loudly, and the fact that you're not choking in the same way. It's what everybody else has been reporting also.
You've been sucking through smaller straws. We've had to go to bigger straws so that you can not have to work so hard to get your smoothies, and you've done smaller ones, and you've been able to have the power to get the food up through it.
I would encourage people to come here
We were having that conversation earlier. It would always be my hope as well that people would come sooner rather than later. I know you made the comment earlier in the day, you've been progressing rapidly recently. And I was telling you, it's one of the primary reasons that people come. But of course, if I had a choice, it would be before those major progressive episodes.
Yeah.
It doesn't change the fact that here you are, in spite of all that progression, with the loudest, clearest voice, I think, in quite some time. How long has it been?
So many months.
Yeah.
Yeah, many months.
No.
I'm encouraged with the fact that you're starting to get movement back into your hand.
Yeah.
That feels
More
exciting to me.
flexible, and you're holding it open more when you get it. But even like prior to being diagnosed, it seemed like for a few years prior, you didn't show much emotion. And so this has been huge.
So we were talking earlier, it is estimated that you can see misfolded protein, so TDP43, the hallmark of ALS, evident in cells for a median of 3 years prior to the initial motor neuron symptom. I was telling you, most of the folks that I've seen, well over 90%, have had some very sad or very anxiety-driven emotional situation or a physical stressor within 1 year of diagnosis. It's almost as if that's the last remaining serotonin regulation that final episode impacts. I agree. This is definitely not a disease that starts with the motor neuron symptoms. This is something that has been going on for years. Again, the estimation is a median of at least 3 years before. And so what we have seen, people report the fact that they've had focus and concentration changes, meaning worsening focus concentration, worsening mood prior to any motor neuron symptoms. I was telling you, I hadn't realized that was a component until about 2 years ago. And as people would start getting better, they would say things like, I feel happier and I feel calmer. I can sleep better at night. I can think more clearly. And it wasn't until I heard those comments that I even realized that that was a component of ALS. And so now for me, one of the ways that we know over here that we're going to see improvement, we'll see that personality change. And it's normally a change back to how people felt before. And so it's almost always, it looks like a return of serotonin, like happiness, calmness, again, better sleep, less anxiety. You can almost feel the acetylcholine switch regulating and giving way to the serotonin influx as astrocytes are being built. Right? You can see it in personality.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun to watch, and especially like this week, it was fun to watch because watching everybody at the same time all show improvements, and then watching you guys all watch each other get improvements. It's exciting.
It is. Looking forward to the future.
I could not agree more. And we're starting a new medication. So by the time I see you next, we'll look to put that on board with the intention of getting even bigger and faster results.
All right.
Me too. I will see you guys next time.
All right.